So now the excitement's over with, let's see what's wrong with it. Now I bought it knowing it doesn't fire up. It was very lethargic. It barely even wanted to turn over. It turned over enough to know it weren't seized, so I was cool with that. So, air, fuel, spark, basic stuff. We've got spark, we've got air, we've got no fuel. So, the most obvious thing to do first would be to put some fresh fuel in it, because it was properly empty, nothing in it. You couldn't even hear it when you give it a little jiggle. So dump some fuel in it. Can't hear the fuel pump priming, so check the power to the fuel pump. We've got power going to it. So then that brings us to all this tomfoolery down here, which I've just put back up. It's had a bit of butchery, as you can see. I mean, that's a speaker cable, but I've got a few random boys just lurking about. This one's live. I had all this behind the dash. That was just sat behind the dash live. So, yeah, no wonder the person I bought it off had an electrical problem. Because when I got it, it would just barely light up the dash. But you can see now, nice powers. So, the fact that the fuel gauge ain't moving either, I know they are slow on these. I've checked the relay, checked the fuse, oh that's cool. Check the continuity, everything's cool. So, it must mean I need a fuel pump, which is okay. Now, I'll probably pull this one out at some point and just see. There are some gubbins under the car as well, but later in the week I'll get a new fuel filter, all that stuff, and we'll go from there. Anyway, that side, I thought I would have a look at the bodywork. Now, I knew when I went to have a look at it, this bottom corner had a little hole, and I was cool with that. The battery tray, that needs replacing. Again, I'm cool with that, because I've got a donor car at home, so I can cut bits out of it. But I thought, let's have a look. Let's have a look at these corners, because there was a little bit of bubbling down here, and you can see it was just the paint coming off. If you look at video 1, you'll see all that. So, I've owned enough old Volkswagens to know that rust hides on these. So, best thing to do would be go find it. So, that's what I did. And it's not that bad, to be fair. Solid. I've traced it back as far as it goes. Get your hand under there, you can feel all the bottom of the wing. It's not crusty. So it looks horrible, but that's alright. Same with there, just a little bubble. I'll leave that for now. I'm going to put some rust inhibitor, etc. on it. This corner, this is quite solid. There's nothing to chase under there. Everything's tight. It's all good. And move around to this side. Now, obviously, we drive on the left-hand side in this country. So we're closest to the curb this side. So, naturally, this side gets battered more. But again, chased it back. It's solid. Saved. But the bottom of the wing on this one, you can see there's a few little holies. So, I ain't fussed about that. That's easy fix. And then I carried on, because what happens is you get a little split in this, water gets under it and you can't see it until it starts blowing, which is what it was doing here. Now clearly I've caught this quick enough, and again that's back to metal. It's nice and solid, but just under here you can't really see. it's just starting to go. And obviously the bottom of the wing there is all thin. So again, that's a relatively easy fix. There's not big gaping holes in it. The most important bit are these chassis rails, and the rest of it, everything else underneath it, pucker. And then we've got this side, which I know about anyway. I've done the same thing here. You can just see that little pinprick hole there. That's a sign that it's just starting to go. So again, I caught that in time. Oh, I've got stuff on my hands, my phone's not working. But yeah, this is probably the worst bit. I need to get a tiny bit of construction to go here to make it look how it's supposed to. It's gone a little bit, but again, it's solid. It's just, we've caught it at the right time. And underneath, that's my little hole that I found when I went to have a look at it. But again, that's a pretty easy fix. Same with this bit here. So overall, I can't grumble really. So that's all fresh metal. It's minor amounts. So yeah, now the excitement's over with. You got to have a look at this because there's no point ignoring it. If you ignore it, it'll just end up really bad, and you're in a whole world of problems. I've got a correct size battery on it now as well. So that's day 2. The sunroof works as well, which is pretty cool. Do you want to see? Yeah. I'm not going to play with it too much because it does sound rough. I'd say it needs a little bit of lube, but this is what it sounds like if I try and start it. She got no fuel going to her. I've checked down the front end anyway. And then went through all this today. Nice little diagram, which is that down there. And it tells me what blocks what cable goes where, etc, etc, what fuse does what relay does what. So we know what we're doing then. Makes life easier. I brought another steering wheel with me today as well because I thought it was the same, but it looks very similar. It's also about 10mm wider. So the Corrado has a smaller steering wheel than a Golf. So there's your little update. If you're interested in our little barn find. Still happy with it, especially for the money we give for it. I'm going to go and see my wife and children now because this has taken over. Yeah. See you in the next one.